Okay. Here we are. Sweden versus Russia. And recently, Western Europe or Northern Europe, whatever, was struggling quite hard. After Jaws, basically in 2015, we didn't have a star player from Central Europe or whatever. It was only the Russians and the Ukrainians. But maybe EffeCt. Last time I think he lost against Happy, which is definitely no shame to it. And now Imperius is a different case. Actually, I have no idea how Imperius plays in Mirror, but I've seen him in Holds Cup, which is the Korean Weekly Cup every Tuesday, and he took a map off of Infi, which is quite impressive. Maybe it was Infi just fooling around because he didn't know him, but still quite an accomplishment.
Well, a map of Infi is, of course, even if he fools around, as soon as he notices you're not that bad, he will for sure play for real.
And it was on Netties, so massive ping advantage for Infi as well. So Imperius, I think many people make fun of him because he only plays this rifle caster strategy and he plays it every single time, combined with a tower push, but he's making a decent name for himself this year. He went to several semifinals of the Chinese Weekly Cup. He does well in Korean Weekly Cups. In Jera Cup, I think he's still waiting for his big breakthrough because he's constantly playing against Focus or Happy. But yeah, he is kind of a one-trick pony, but then that one trick he can do really well. Do you know him? I guess just from our streams, right? Or maybe from ladder?
Not really. I watched some of his games. He even plays it against Undead.
Yeah.
I saw. So, no, I saw some games, but I don't... What's his ladder ID?
Mr. Winner, I guess?
Oh no, I don't think I played him.
Okay. Yeah, tower rushes don't work that well in Human Mirror. But I think against Infi he played Dragonhawks, if I'm not mistaken. So that's good, but oh my god, the drops for EffeCt. Mantle and Claws, +9 immediately. Very good start for the Swedish player. I was on EffeCt's clan back in 2010-ish, and faculty, I was the Augur there. Very cool dude, definitely one of the best players in that clan, but he didn't have this big breakthrough like Thorzane had at the end of the Warcraft scene, I guess. But maybe it's its time now. It's nice to see the Swedish players, they're all pumping irons like crazy, all super bulked up, but still playing, that's nice to see. So, yeah?
The Swedish guys are just like, they are so much fun to hang around, and they always had a lot of players.
Yeah. Of course, the legendary Mad Frog comes to mind first, as that was my idol back then when I started to watch Warcraft. But whatever, Imperius is pushing the base, there is an Arcane Tower already, so EffeCt is not cutting corners there, and is super greedy. But he's dropping, or it's moving in with the Footman, doesn't have defend yet, right? So, shouldn't be too effective.
Well, tech is pretty equal. He's getting the first Footman, but he's not really... With this push, humans always should try to damage the Echo as much as they can, but he's not really getting anything done. Footmans are, well, exchangeable in Mirror.
Yeah, I think they're still quite good at the early mid stages because they're good against breakers. And you need them for creeping, of course, so you shouldn't lose them like for nothing. And I think you can really see the +9 damage from the Archmage. That helps so much against the Footman. And I guess Imperius is struggling here.
I like that split. Creeping the turtle and hurting the Archmage.
And getting the Gargantuan. This is level 3 for him for sure. And a big item if he's lucky, big mana. Big Invul Potion is also nice. What do you think about second heroes in human mirror. It's basically down to Panda versus Mountain King most of the time.
I think it depends a lot on the player's choice, what he feels more comfortable with.
Okay.
I can see, of course, with Mountain King you can snipe the priest later on.
Yeah.
Kill them with one shot. If you have the Panda and it's going for Breaker Wars, you really have to be able to get around them to hit the casters before you get burned. So it's like, what do you feel comfortable with?
Yeah, I do agree. We don't have a second tier yet, but Imperius is going straight to tier 3. While EffeCt is playing is a little slower with tier 2 and Mountain King.
I can hear me.
A player's forces
What?
are under attack.
Somehow what? Okay. I refreshed the Twitch and
Okay, so
It's
we heard
unmuted.
yourself. I see.
now
So
this sounds strange.
Lumber Mill for EffeCt. What the hell? No sanctuaries yet? Or the sanctums? And a panda.
A player's forces are under attack.
He is struggling with lumber a bit, but he should get... I mean, if Imperius goes through with his tier 3 and it's like 1/3, 1/2 through, then what is he going to do against knights and mortars? Or whatever he's coming up with.
Oh, and we see an aviary. I guess he really liked to play it in the mirror.
There we go. Exactly what he played against Infi. But there...
Well, if it works against Infi, why should it not work against EffeCt?
Exactly. One of the very few games where Imperius is not going for Rifleman. Maybe just like one for the signature, but he's getting... he has a... No, it's double aviary. I was looking for a blacksmith, but... I don't know. Panda, of course, needs levels. Very easy to do on Turok if you're alone, and EffeCt gives him that time because he needs time for his Mountain King as well. And he's going for tier 3. It's gonna be double aviary. Like, both of them going Hawks. What is up today?
I guess EffeCt saw the game too.
Most likely, yeah. Most likely.
Ruined braces on the Mountain King, of course, not really what you want here.
No, against the Panda, you will sell it immediately. I think both players should go for, I don't know, Dark Ranger 3rd for silence against the Shackle. That would work well, I think. It's Griffins. He's going straight for Griffins.
Wow.
That means he cannot see the aviaries, right? Or is... I think EffeCt is doing the same. He's building a blacksmith too. What is this? I have no idea, man. I'm confused as well.
I think I never saw this kind of human mirror.
Me neither. Archmage is a little out of position there, but I think the Mountain King should keep him safe. That's a big level advantage for the Swedish guy. 2 levels here, of course, bigger water elementals, better aura, and the storm bolts are working out as well.
Yeah, still level 1 water elementals don't do anything.
Nice stab. Here's the first Griffin, and that kind of turns it around. He can't fight this anymore. He does have 1 water elemental, but that's...
Second one is coming.
Are under attack.
And EffeCt sees this, is going for Dragonhawks immediately, which is of course a no-brainer in this matchup.
Can the... Nope, won't be enough to kill anything here. At least he got level 3.
Yeah, and
first
creeping is so much easier now with the Griffins.
Of course, yeah.
So what else do we have? It's a Paladin 3rd for EffeCt, so no silence for him. And Imperius is starting to make Dragonhawks as well. So Imperius does a lot more games in general. He's practicing a lot, streaming every day. EffeCt, I think, he's doing his clan wars and playing a little bit of ladder. But that should be about it. So the Russian is the favorite, but in those unusual games, I think Imperius is not the smartest player on Earth. I would think that EffeCt has a little more, I don't know how to call it, knowledge or game sense or whatever. So I wonder what is paying off more here.
He has a lot of footmen. Of course, they are easy to kill. And he... Oh! I was about to say he should not go in upkeep, but he just did.
Yeah, no expansion for neither player. Imperius will get a little bit more money now. Turtle is gone, level 3 for the Panda. And yeah, the area of effect now, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Panda versus Breakers, but in this matchup with a lot of Dragonhawks and, as you said, there's a lot of Footmen as well, this Panda is gonna be a weapon for him.
Of course, yeah. It's not no breakers, so Panda of course deals full damage. Why does he hide the Dragonhawks? Not creep with them?
I'm not sure. Maybe he's afraid of a creep jack, but Imperius is far, far away.
Well, he got the sentry ward at the shop, so he should see him coming.
12 plus 12 only on the Archmage, plus Heal Scroll and Invul, level 4 on Imperius' Archmage. On the other side we see almost the same, but was it a Hood of Cunning? I think so. Yeah, there it is. Quite a bit of mana on the Mountain King, 500, it's hammer time. And EffeCt, 60 supplies, 62 by Imperius, still going for Cloud. And a Paladin as well. So basically it's down to a shackle battle.
Yeah. Who does the best shackle?
So I kinda like that Imperius has these two Griffins, because they must be the prime target in the fight. Oh, here it comes. Shackles in the air. But the Panda, he must deal so much damage. It's Stormbolted now and surround the Footman dealing good damage to them.
Oh wow.
The Griffin's still not shackled, and I think Imperius is winning this with his 68. Yeah, the Hawks of EffeCt are falling. No level 3 Water Elementals. The Archmage is in trouble, gets the Holy Light now. Oh, but level 4. Imperius is losing 2 Dragonhawks on his own. His Paladin is dying with the next Stormbolt. There's enough, doesn't even need it with that bash.
He will get away, or one more down.
Bam, there he is. Mountain King is out of the fight for now. Reinforcements are coming from both sides. EffeCt is of course winning the ground fight with all his Footmen there. But what a scrappy thing that is. Nice Breath of Fire into all of them.
And it's just really shackle after shackle. It looks like winner has the upper hand.
Nice Breath of Fire again. Level 5 on the Archmage now. 51 supply against 38. He's trying to run away. Okay, there's no Stormbolt, of course. He can't pick units up. There's also no slow. But he gets another one. Nicely done with the Stormbolt. The Stormbolt now level 2. But there's 4 Hawks. I think EffeCt has to play for the long run, but can't really afford to give experience to the Panda anymore. But he can take a fight in the next 3 minutes or so.
No, and if he does not fight in the next minutes, Panda will get level 5.
Yeah.
Which will be even worse for him. But Archmage is already 5 after the sweep camp. Paladin 5.
I think he has Divine Shield and not Devotion Aura here. I think Devotion Aura would have been... okay, against Shackle it doesn't work. So Holy Light should be the better alternative. Imperius scouting the expansion position with a farm. I like that. Keeping tabs of his opponent. Is he going for more upgrades now? Yes, he is. Attack upgrade for the Dragonhawks. And this is the last creep spot on the entire map for Imperius. Also level 3 for his Paladin with this. Panda is close to 5 already. Archmage is 5 as well. And Ring of Regen. So at this point, when there's no creep spots anymore and you know your opponent has a lead, what can you really do to get back in this game?
If you're Night Elf and playing bears, you can kill buildings, of course. But right now, he's doing winner a favor and kills the peon, who was the 51st supply. Okay, he immediately goes to upkeep again. More hogs, but you cannot get an expansion up at this stage of the game.
So
And
I think
whoever.
EffeCt has to stall him now and distract him, maybe forcing town portals back and forth, so he can stay at 50 supply and get more gold out of his mine. But of course Imperius knows this, and he's attacking the base. He does have the cloud upgrade, but it's not really necessary, it's just one arcane tower. 6 hogs against 5 only. Okay, Imperius is forcing the town portals.
And EffeCt goes for upkeep too.
2-0.
He has. Yeah.
Yeah, 6-2-0 for Imperius, 1-0 for EffeCt. You can see that neither of the players wants to overcommit to anything. In EffeCt's case, he doesn't even want to leave his base. Has another heal scroll now.
This looks like Undead Mirror a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. The old school undead mirror with a lot of Gargs. Here we go, Shackle, mass Shackle again. He doesn't web this Griffin here, so he can do a lot of damage. Gets healed by the Holy Light as well. Panda doing a fantastic job. More Shackles coming in. Of course, the reinforcements for EffeCt now. Maybe they can do something. But looks like all of the Hawks are shackled here. I have no idea what's going on.
Winner is winning, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Panda with an Invo Potion, level 4. More reinforcements. Next Shackle should be coming in. There's a lot of hurt units on EffeCt's side. Oh boy.
And a
Double
level 5 soon.
Exactly. There it is. Breath of Fire. Oh my god. What a disaster. He can't hold on to this. 4 Dragonhawks in the air. Still 2 Shackles. Those will die as well. Trying to go for a hero kill. And I think that's not enough. The Griffin's still doing good damage. Yeah. Divine Shield being used. Mountain King gets another Holy Light. He does have 2 more Storm Bolts. Can he go for an Archmage or something? No, he's way far in the back.
Take one more breath.
But also one more Holy Light. Actually, he can spam it a little bit more. But now the supply difference should be way too much. Going for the Paladin again. If he gets lucky with the bash. No. Divine Shield again. And now the Archmage is in trouble. If he falls, and he does, this game should be over. And there it is. GG, well played. And Imperius taking the lead after 18 minutes in a very unusual human mirror. Those games today, they're just batshit crazy. Nobody is playing standard anymore.
I started it.
Yeah, exactly. You jinxed us all. It's your fault.
But it was nice to see something different, like not Breaker Wars or Tier 3 mass expansion, mass towers.
Yeah, I agree. Breaker Wars are kind of hard to watch as well. Because, like, the fight goes on for 5 minutes and nothing really happens because there's always heal scrolls.
Yeah, nothing dies. Like, they're playing for 10 minutes, nothing died.
Yeah. So, second map is gonna be Amazonia, a lot smaller. Waiting for a host.
So, after I join the game, I will need a short break to get something to drink.
Okay, no problem. Got you covered. Are you alone, by the way, on vacation, or did you take someone with you?
Yeah, my girlfriend.
Ah, okay.
It's no vacation without the girlfriend, of course.
Well, sometimes it's the better vacation without the girlfriend.
Yeah, that's true.
So, she's at the beach now and you're in the hotel room enjoying Warcraft.
No, she's eating. Some friends of us are with us on this trip. Oh, well, they joined us here in Spain. So they are eating right now.
So, game is up. You're in. Nice. Others are coming as well.
I will be back in 5 minutes.
Okay, sure. Just let me know. Okay, game number 2. I do not have a result from the other game. Let's see if the grid has something to offer. Damn. I casted with Grubby, Todd, and Creo now. I think the Muslim and Little DC must be next to complete my 4K collection of co-casts, I think. So, we do have 4 quarterfinals. I wonder if it's on Wikipedia already. Guess it is. Since Turbozar wanted to take care of it. If Turbozar takes care of something, you know that you can get stuff done. Qualifier. Yeah. Ah, okay. So it's Cash versus Death Note, Corrupt versus Razorman, EffeCt versus Imperius, and the Great Wall versus Anima. That means 5 humans and 3 orcs in those qualifiers, in those quarterfinals. If someone has a result from the other games, please let me know. As Imperius is leading 1-0, we're going in-game. And there we go. We do have to thank a lot of people here. Thank you, Captain Xerox, for the $10 donation. Life is good and this Saturday just got better. Cheers, Neo. Cheers to you, Mr. Captain Xerox. Overadmire subscribes for 13 months. GCS, hype. Underwood Frank for 1 year. Happy anniversary, my friend. This nickname I will butcher. EffeCt or something. I have no idea. Thank you for the Prime sub. SK Gaming Push. 2-1-3 subscription. Panda is used in Human Mirror to deter gyrocopters. It's often a dead giveaway that players going air. Okay, interesting. I've rarely seen that, but whatever. Happy and Zoom, 3 months. Keep it up, boys. We do. Neo and Creo. What a combo. It's nice. I know his microphone is not the greatest, but come on. When do you ever get the chance to cast with Creo? It's Amazonia. And, of course, Archmage first. On both sides, it is always the case in Human Mirror. I hope the resources are correct, but it should be the case. Yep. EffeCt in red, Imperius in light blue. He stole that from Hawk, I guess, that teal. Oh no, Hawk is light blue, he's teal. But yeah, that's his signature color. So, as we said before, Amazonia a lot smaller than Turtle Rock is. That gives the player a lot less time to go for air. And tier 3 in general. I wouldn't be surprised to see tier 2 air from Imperius this time. I don't know if he gets the time to go for tier 3. EffeCt somehow was fucking up his mid game a lot. Like the early game of him was really good with a +9 attack, with some good skirmishes, some good trades. But he didn't go for breakers at all. He was a little bit surprised, I guess, by the Hawks. And his reaction was just way too slow, and then Imperius had the upper hand the entire game. So, Gloves of Haste for the Swedish player. The Russian starts with the same item here. And both will be level 2 right after this little green spot. There we go. Slippers of Agility, even more attack speed on that side. And Imperius, of course, hoping for the mantle. But so far, everything is equal. And there we go. Oh, it is the mantle. Nice little advantage for the early game. And he's creeping the Murlocs very early on. I think Creo's back. I think Amazonia wasn't around when you played, right? Okay, I'm still alone, alright. Interesting creeping by both players. They're absolutely doing the same thing. Militia creep on the Murlocs, Archmage creep on the Taskmaster. Nobody is really interfering with each other, so that's a quick level 3 on both sides. And that's exactly level 3 on both sides. It is Wand of Illusion versus Sentry Ward, so I guess again a little advantage for the Russian, who denies his Water Elemental here to not give any free XP to EffeCt. We're starting to be a little more aggressive now, and he is blocking that Footman, gets the kill there for sure. Good little pickup as he saves this one, so it's not a 1-for-1 trade, as he gets the tiny little lead. But good vision on the Tavern now. So we will see if he goes for a Panda or not, as tier 2 has not started for EffeCt. And a Lumber Mill early for Imperius. Once again I'm confused, but alright, he knows what he does. But you can't Tower Rush and Mirror, can you? That would be crazy. I don't know. Watermental sniping is of course a good way to get experience, but EffeCt denied it here. Lost the Footman now, so they are absolutely equal in experience.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello! Amazonia wasn't around, right, when you played? It came later into the scene?
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of the newest maps, I think. What do you think of it?
I like it. I don't know it a lot, but from what I can see, it's a nice night of map. But I played like 10 games on it.
Ah, okay.
I did thump it down in the beginning.
As every old school player does downvote the new maps, man. It's so typical.
Yeah, old habits.
Just too lazy.
Well, of course, even if you don't play for like 10 years, you still have a feeling for the map and know the map. But if you have no idea what you're playing on, it's really bad.
Yeah, if you just play for fun, of course, that's understandable. So, EffeCt won the first little skirmish in the middle, has a 3 supply lead. But experience-wise, not that great. I think the denies of Imperius was just a little better, as you can see here. Again, denies the Water Elemental. He's really good at that.
His tech is a little further. Has 3 towers, so his base should really be safe.
Yeah.
And he saved a lot of footman.
Yeah, this heal scroll, or this regen scroll, so much value now. I just checked the grid, by the way. Unfortunately, we have no Night Elf anymore in the tournament. It's just humans and orcs remaining.
Okay, I gotta go.
No, you stay.
I really love the cancel from the illusion. Did you see it?
Nope.
He went in with an illusion of the Archmage and cancelled like 5 or 6 footmen.
Oh.
Really nice done.
Right. Those little tricks, of course, in mirror matches, all those little tiny nugs, they pay off so well. Imperius again going for a Panda, and EffeCt this time with an Arcane Sanctum, at least with 1. He does have the resources for the second one, but so far he's not going for a double Panda this time. Why is he going single Sanctum?
The town is under siege.
It's again tier 3 and Griffin Aviaries by Imperius, so it doesn't matter at all if this map is small or big. He has just this one style and he plays it every single time.
I can see what you said last game about like he's very one-sided.
Yeah, he just has one tactic against every race, I guess. It's like 3 times rifle pushes, even against Orc. And then Mirror, even he seems to agree that rifles don't work, but oh boy, EffeCt, what are you doing at the script spot? Lost the footman there.
Like you can get really good and get good results, and it can get you far if you play just one style or one tactic against everything. Like how was that undead called?
Philbot?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Playing fiends against everything and everyone.
He was from Australia, right? I think so.
Australia or New Zealand? I guess
Yeah,
Australia. And he did good. But it's the diversity who separates the good ones from the really top players, I think.
Yeah, especially if you have a good early game and then can adjust into several branches of tactics. That's really good, I do agree. Especially TH, he's like the master of it.
Yeah, but I saw the last few weeks. It was really like, doesn't matter how the early game went, he always found a way.
Yeah.
If it was tanks or air or just push at the right time. I saw him playing foggy, like, or was it Infi? The 3 tower pushes?
Actually, I don't remember. There's so many games, but yeah. I think that was Infi in Holz Cup on a Tuesday. Yeah, I think it was Infi.
A player's forces are
It
under
was
attack.
really hard to watch with a Night of Heart, but it was so well played.
So Imperius lost a few footmen here, and EffeCt has the expansion up. So this is kind of a hard timing now for EffeCt, because Imperius is at tier 3, does have his double Griffin Aviary, he can push in a bit, Paladin is coming. And can he hold the expansion with just 2 towers there?
I don't think so.
He does have a level 3 Panda plus a big mana potion though. And he will sell the Rune Braces, gets the heal scroll for it. He does have one, not going for the second one, interestingly.
He has enough money, he's just spent, oh well, Dragonhawks, first Dragonhawks coming.
So for EffeCt's expansion, it's just Arcane Towers, no Guard Towers, so I think, especially if he gets Cloud Upgrade, then those Hawks can do really well. Both Pandas on 3, both Archmages on 3, EffeCt came back in leveling, almost level 4. He's going to castle only now with a Blacksmith later on. So we will see the Mass Air, I totally did not expect this on AZ.
I didn't expect anything for this map. I never saw.
Our connection gone? Yeah, I think we lost. Oh no. Well, seems to be there. Maybe Creo's coming back soon. I think your connection is crapping out a bit. Now it's better. No, now it's better. So,
let me see.
I think it's fine again. Maybe it was on my end since the stream was lagging a bit as well.
You never know what's going on in hotels, so...
It's true on so many different levels. So EffeCt is pushing to distract from his expansion. He does have Priests now with Adapt to Dispel, which is a really nice thing against Shackles, of course. I was wondering if he goes Dark Ranger this time, but of course, without ground units, you don't really get the skeletons. The Dark Ranger isn't worth that much. Imperius trying to counter-expand, but EffeCt is scouting this.
I would really love the 2-footman.
Yeah, those little multitasking moves, that's really helpful. EffeCt at 70 supply already, man. This expansion is paying off big time.
Yeah, he already... How much gold is in the mine? 20k?
Yeah.
Yeah, already mined 2k from it.
Imperius is giving him the time. That should really not be the case. I mean, he is at tier 3 now. He's going Master Upgrade for the Priests. It's gonna be Inner Fire, and Imperius has no Priest at all, so no Dispel in this, and that's exactly what I mean on Turtle Rock. EffeCt, he saw that playstyle once, and he has it figured out. He has Dispel now, he has Inner Fire now, and this should be the logical counter to this Hawk play, right?
Yeah, he also has the first defense upgrade. He's at 80 supply, basically.
Yeah.
So he should be good to go and not allow this expansion to come up.
He's scouting with Footman as well. He's been greeted by that Water Elemental. It's 8 Dragonhawks again with the 1-0 upgrade. Plus he has the True Shot Aura. I think we didn't mention that. So it's basically a free upgrade for the Dragonhawks. This time he's not going Griffins, interestingly. Maybe he just built them for creeping on Turtle Rock. Makes sense. So, EffeCt at the shop, has a town portal. Will have to use this soon, as his base is under pressure. With a cloud, towers won't attack against this. First one is down, second one about to fall. So again he's splitting. That's really cool. 3 footmen and the Shredder sent to the expansion, and the rest is portaling. So here comes the shackles, and inner
Wow.
fire. This should be so easy.
Yeah.
Imperius is immediately
Must
has
get
to
out.
be out. Exactly. Everything is burning as well. Everything is so low, and he's even able to save his shredder and footman if he does it well. Here he comes again. Oh, shackles everywhere, and those 5 armor upgrades. This is worth 1,000 gold right now. He should just be able to kill them without too much trouble. Shredder
Yeah,
is down.
should be really easy.
But maybe he has the way better micro. We'll see about that. Breath of Fire countered by a heal scroll on EffeCt side. The Panda's dropping fairly low against all those footmen, but the Paladin is there to help. Oh, and Imperius is losing more and more. But EffeCt lost like 15 supply. Next Breath of Fire, next heal scroll. And now you see his air superiority. Level 2 in one fight for the Paladin. And 5 Hawks still alive. And now he's
Player's force
able to push the expansion.
town is under
I mean, the damage is not that high, but he should have that time anyway. 25 supply advantage.
It should be over.
Panda's close to level 4. Imperius going for one desperate attempt for a counter push. I mean, he crippled the economy a bit. He killed 1. He will be able to kill 2 more peasants here. But in the end, what does it matter?
I don't. Yeah, his expansion will go down first. If he bees back, he can save his own.
He doesn't have a TP. He has to walk.
Ah. Oh.
Imperius, does he have a town portal? Doesn't look like it. So he sees the army coming somehow and is running away from it. So EffeCt's expansion is still alive. Of course, he has to invest a bit of gold. But yeah, I think massive mistake. Even if he loses like 3 units, killing the expansion prolongs his game at least a bit.
Well, I guess he would have lost way too much.
Okay, yeah, most likely. So, Shackle War again! And yeah, it's the 22 supply advantage. And the Panda. Can he really do the difference? I don't think so. Next Breath of Fire, Drunken Haze. Lots of misses on the army as well. Does someone have heal scrolls? Doesn't look like it. They are back to the shop, but there is none available. Yeah, just one Hawk after another. Nice reaction. Boka is saying it as well. Nice play by EffeCt. Paladin
It's
drops.
really nice how he has 0-2 upgrades on his Hawks. Of course, with Inner Fire, he has like, what was it, 10 armor against 1.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the armor in Human Mirror is so important. Doesn't really matter what you play, right? If it's Breakers, it's really good. If you play Knights, it's really good. So, armor upgrade wins you Human Mirrors.
I guess that's true.
So we get one more Human Mirror here. I wonder if we have results from the other games. Not yet, as it seems. Maybe Stream has some info?
Game name Mr. Oops. I guess I'm not supposed to tell the game name.
Oh, is the game up? I kinda missed it. Okay. Coming. So the winner of the next match will be qualified for... Oh, I can't enter the game? They didn't start, right?
No?
Okay, there we go. The winner of the next match will be qualified for the qualifier for the main qualifier next week alongside Foggy, Hawk, Orc Worker, and Sonic. So it's definitely gonna be the second human. Alongside the 2 Night Elves, 1 Orc. No undead. There's gonna be no undead in this qualifier. That hurts me a bit.
Well,
I think the time for European undeads is kind of over. Cash
I
1-2-0.
kinda...
Okay, chat says Cash 1-2-0 versus Death Note. So we do have a second orc as well.
Only orcs, no night elves. It's a sad day.
Yeah, no undead. It's really a sad day for us here. And we're gonna conclude this best of 3 on Twisted Meadows. And how can they start with these colors? Are they kidding me? Okay. Yeah, this will be hard. Sorry, I didn't pay attention because I was doing production stuff here. But yeah, we have to live with it now, and we'll do the best we can. Score is still wrong. There we go. Imperius in the upper right, EffeCt in the upper left. After all these disappointments from Swedish players in former qualifiers, I think Starshape qualified once, but especially Thorzane had bigger hopes, I guess. Who can't play today because he had to work. But maybe his colleague, his human brother EffeCt, can make up for it.
Will there be another open qualifier?
Yeah, in 3 weeks.
Oh.
Why oh? Are you on a vacation again?
I guess it won't work from Africa.
Oh man, again, I'm getting a little jealous of you. But do you know Taker from MTW
Yes.
back then?
Yes.
He's traveling the world for like 2 years already, or even more, like 3 years.
Yeah, I read his blog once, I guess.
Yeah, he just gave up his
He's
job
like-
or his poker or whatever he was doing.
Yeah, he was playing poker, yeah, I remember.
And now he's traveling the entire world. It's crazy.
If you have the opportunity, it's just amazing.
Yeah. All the places he has seen already. The blog is really worth a listen or a read, I think.
I once met Grubby in, I think it was Dubai airport.
A player's forces are
How did that happen?
Well, by accident. It was like the last time I've seen him. It was already a few years ago. So it was really funny because I was going to Africa, to Zanzibar, and it was just coincidence, and it was really nice to see him. He was going to China, I guess, doing some promotion for his sponsor.
Okay.
It was really funny.
How small the world is sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
We went to Shanghai in December, and we met Sky super casually on the street in a 25
Really?
in a 25 million people city. That was so crazy. But
Say
yeah,
hello to him the next time you met him.
I
Meet
will.
him.
Yeah, he's still talking about you.
Really?
Yeah, we had a dinner with him and had some drinks as well, and yeah, he will never forget that match for sure.
Poor boy.
So, back to the game. We have not the same creep route actually, as Imperius was going for the normal laboratory route, but EffeCt's starting position is a little better since he has access to the mercenary camp. And in Human Mirror, this is such a big advantage with the Troll Shadow Priest at the start to dispel and heal.
So, back into the game. It's really hard with those colors.
Yeah. The fights will be, like, we have no idea what was going. I think we will just watch the supply, and we will see what happens. I mean, yeah. So,
But he goes for 3 arcanes again. He's really playing it on the safe side.
yeah, I mean, if you have the Shadow Priest, it's kind of easy to get the upper hand in the fights, as you can see here. Yeah,
I can't see it.
okay, now he has 2 Shadow
Second
Priests.
Shadow Priest, yeah.
Yeah, and then you have a little mana advantage as well. At the moment, Imperius can summon more water elementals, but he doesn't want to do it since they will be dispelled. There's no defend yet. Oh, surround! He gets
Wow.
it! And that
Nicely done.
has to be the town portal. He's trying to get the Shadow Priest to get at least something out of this, but no. And this is so much time for EffeCt now.
And he did not TP inside his base. Oh, it's open.
There is a shop. Sometimes humans are a little too greedy and build the shop super late. But not this time, as you said, Imperius playing it very, very safe. Tier 2 tech by EffeCt. Oh, it actually started at the same split second. He has to be so careful now. And another surround in this series is lost.
It's really... He's on the same tech speed. He has 3 arcanes. His shop already up.
Yeah, right? But he didn't invest into
And
mercenaries.
supply, yeah.
So that's it. And the arcanes don't really do too much as long as you keep your water elementals away. Level 2 and a third Archmage for Imperius. Level 3 Archmage for EffeCt now. This is looking really good for him. And tier 2 is finished. What is he going for? Naga to finish it? No, it's a Panda. And now Imperius is really struggling. Like, he went Panda twice. He's going for tier 3 again in this situation. But he can't really access the Tavern, right?
No, not. He will... he starts to creep. I guess he saw him, yeah. Yeah, I really saw him, and we have to creep check. But he can't contest this against 2 heroes.
2 heroes, 3 mercenaries, and the better water elementals. But at least he gets to the Tavern, so maybe... He does have the gold. And the supply, he's not going for it yet.
He's going for Mountain King.
Okay. Tier 3 Mountain King. You get boots in the Belt of Giant Strength on EffeCt's side. Not that bad against the Mountain King. And this time for the Swedish player, it's Arcane Sanctum again. At least one. But this won't come up. Forces the town portal. Oh, just a stab. Nice.
Stuff. Yeah, but level 1 water elemental doesn't do that much.
Yeah, he calls for the peasants for mass build or fast build. And this is why the Sanctums come up. So, what is Imperius's idea against EffeCt's style now? I mean, he is going for priests again. It's basically the same tactic with a late tech, 1 Sanctum only. Most likely transition into Hawks again. Oh, kills the Berserker, didn't expect that.
And winner will go for Dragonhawks again. So if he only goes for 1 Sanctum, he can still choose build another one or go Hawks again.
Yeah. And there's 700 gold. It is priest, there is a lumber mill coming, but nothing else. Ah, it's an expansion first. So it is absolutely the same game that it was on Amazonia. I think he can afford it to creep this now, because without level 3, Imperius can't, or Mr. Winner can't do anything, right? So he has a lot of time now.
And I don't know if you have seen it already, he cancelled a Mountain King and bought a Panda.
Yep. Seen it on stream now, or on the screen now. Makes sense against either casters or Dragonhawks, whatever. Panda is the go-to hero here. Speaking of Panda, got the second boot. But that's about it. So how does he want to come back from this level disadvantage? First game it was a Griffin. It was on Turtle Rock, so it was a big map, so the Griffin paid off. And I think he needs to go for it again to just catch up.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, of course with Griffins you can creep really hard and twist it. But he finds him.
And gets a footman for it, and that's almost level 4. This is not supposed to happen.
Yeah, and it's first hog in. But it's a really nice distraction. He's creeping the Panda, already level 3. Adept training on the priests.
Yeah, I really like it. Like, EffeCt plays the Archmage a little bit like a Blade Master for orcs. Like, he's splitting him apart from the rest of the army. He is close to level 4 already. He can easily afford to give some experience to the Panda. And he's distracting, he's annoying, he's slowing down Imperius.
Yeah, and without a Mountain King on the field and slow, you can do that. There's nothing to stop you. And he has a Staff of Teleportation if something happens.
Yeah, exactly. Staff of Teleportation, we saw it at GCS of Romantic versus TH, where Romantic beat him 2-0 with staff action. So this item in this matchup can be so good if you use it correctly.
Yeah, you can see he's just running around. He knows where his opponent is. Is free to roam around the map.
He's creeping so
Panda's almost level 4.
That's pretty good leveling here. And yeah, since there's no Mountain King, I mean, the staff cannot be cancelled at all. And
No.
he, with the belt and the Ring of Protection, he's quite tanky for an Archmage, so it's easy for him to endure those shots. There's an expansion up for him. Imperius is really struggling hard. Here's the staff now.
Yeah, and he has a lot of footmen. The shop will go down. Oh, first knight is out.
Can he catch him somehow? Okay, here's the big army of Hawks. He has to TP out, but he can easily afford it. He was scouting with the Archmage for an expansion at the bottom right, but there's nothing coming up. And with the expansion up for EffeCt, he's going tier 3 now. He has double Griffin Avery, can pump out as many units as you want, and is breaking upkeep already.
He really has to lose his hero in a bad situation. Otherwise I can't see him lose this game.
Yeah. We kind of do agree. Especially, there's not much left for Imperius to creep on his side of the map, so he has to go out far on this map. I mean, the laboratory is gone, the shop is gone, his natural is gone. He can go for the rat spot, but that's quite far away. That Panda, 1250 HP. Quite crazy.
He won't die.
Pendant of Mana for the Panda. I bet he was hoping for a Staff of Silence.
Yeah, of course the pendant is nice, but only level 2. Or 3 after this creep camp. Yeah, should be enough. Yeah. But the expansion is still untouched.
Oh, and the Footman scouts Imperius' expansion now. So he's gonna get a red creep himself. This is the before mentioned level 3. He's gonna get a red spot for himself. And then I can't step on to him because the Footman will be dead, but he knows that he can push it at any given time, I think.
A town is under siege.
Imperius is going for Griffins now. Nice Panda harassed, by the way. Handed over the staff to the Panda, Breath of Fire. And now it's the Archmage creeping solo? Right? Ah, no, there's a... Wait. Yeah, he's creeping it solo. There's no Paladin for him. Catgut's Gem of Health, so he's getting even more tanky than he was before.
We should see the first... Oh, he's lacking lumber a little bit, but first upgrade should be coming for EffeCt.
A player's forces are under attack.
Animal War Train, Priest upgrade, and you're right, first defense upgrade for the Hawks. And he's at 75 supply again, and yeah, like so much to creep for him. He's so far ahead in levels. 5 Archmage now. He doesn't have a Paladin though, but is it really worth it?
No, at this stage of the game I don't think, even though we are on Twisted Meadows, most is creeped, most camps are taken. The Panda is killing the workers at the expansion, can easily step out, no Mountain King to disable him.
168 critical strike, okay.
Player's forces are under
Speaking of playing like a Blade Master.
Yep, we see Blade Master in Human Mirror. And he's like a 57, supply 58, not mining from his expansion.
Not at all. The Panda's doing such a great job, and he does have more mana. He doesn't even need it, but those two peasants are dead. And the mainland is basically empty. There's 3 creep spots remaining, but Imperius is so far away.
Will he go for the oh no. I thought for a second he will go to the island.
Oh, well, can you shackle the big Drake, or is it magic resistant?
Are under attack.
Magic resistant.
I don't know, I have hippos.
That's true. Panda steps home, or home to the expansion to defend this alone. But can he really? Against the Knights and the Griffins? No, Town Portal out. Or he's in high upkeep now. Oh, nice dodge with the Breath of Fire. EffeCt is playing this really well now.
Still no upgrades for Winner. Second defense upgrade coming for EffeCt. What are the priests? Are they already Master? Master upgrade. So we again have like
Player's forces
10 armor against 1.
Yeah, that sounds so ridiculous. He didn't apply it yet. How many priests does he have? 3, I think. Even a sorceress for slow is involved.
But they are full of mana.
He's getting ready for the fight now. Even has a protection scroll. And 2 heal scrolls. This is gonna be, how much is it? 10, 12? 12 armor.
Against 1.
Against 1.
It's not that much if it's 12 against like 8 or 9, but against 1. And this time Winner doesn't even have a attack upgrade. It's nothing coming. It will be 0-3 soon.
I do agree. Here we have the big fight. It's 80 versus 70, so Imperius does have quite a big army. That Breath of Fire was nice, but there's just so many scrolls against him. No inner fire on this one. Did he dispel it somehow? I think so. So, I think the Griffin is doing quite a good job. Level up for him now. But he's dropping in supply so hard. Level 5 for the Panda now, and that is the huge difference maker. Yeah, Imperius is trying to Town Portal out, but this opens up the expansion. And he didn't even lose that much. He portaled to his expo, but it's only 3 units remaining.
Yeah, he can't defend this. Militia is moving out for another expansion at the red spot.
Yeah, just to make sure.
This time EffeCt is playing it on the safe side. He has this game in his pockets.
And this means he is the second human player qualified for the Western qualifier alongside Hawk. Or does Imperius have something up his sleeve to come back? I cannot imagine anything that he can do now. 1 gold mine versus soon to be 3. Oh, how far along are the gold mines? Ah, 1,700. Trying to go to the shop for... Did he get a heal scroll? Yes, he did, but shackles are coming in. Again. Counter shackle to break this up, but there's so many more coming. Here we go. Big air fight again. And I wonder if we see level 6 for EffeCt soon. Holy Light on that Griffin. Heal scroll immediately used against this. But yeah, we do have better water elementals. We do have a better Breath of Fire. We do have better hippogriffs. Yeah, 0-3 as you said. And everything is just falling apart for the Russian. And again, Imperius doing well in cups. There we go. GG doing well in cups, but can't finish this qualifier as EffeCt finally overcomes his struggle in qualifiers. And wins this 2-1 after being down 1-0. So, well played by EffeCt. Well reacted to this as well.
Yeah, it was really 3 human mirrors, something new. But as you said, EffeCt may be the smarter player here, adapting really well to the strategy.
Yeah, and as Imperius often does, no adjustment on his side. Like, basically nothing. On bigger maps he went for a Griffin as well to creep, but that's basically the only thing. Apart from it, he played just the regular stuff over and over again. Oh well, regular in quotes. I can't join that game for some reason.
Alright. I guess this was my first casting experience. I will grab some food now and later tune in again to see if there's some games going on.
Alright. It was a pleasure, man. It was a big pleasure, and I hope we can do a podcast soon together when you're back somewhen.
Yeah, with better audio. I read a little through chat. I guess it was really crappy. I'm sorry, but we will make it good.
We will, and we will hear more from you. Enjoy your vacation. Greetings to your girlfriend and your friends, and have a great evening, man. It was really a big honor for me.
Thank you. It was nice to cast with you.
Nice.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Creo. Life goal accomplished or achieved, casting with Creo.